You're watching the seeding round. Heat number 5 in the water now with Filipe Toledo, Ezekiel Lau, and Vasco Ribeiro. Vasco just stepping off in the closeout, trying to get this heat started. Falling into the tube on the back end, Filipe Toledo sneaks out the other end.
That was such a good indication of the headspace that he's in at the moment. We asked how he was feeling. To open up like that, he's giving us an indication that he's here to play.
I really enjoyed just his connection, not just to his own performance, but to the fans as well at the Freshwater Pro when he decided to surf his last run under that pain to give everyone something to really get behind and applaud. World number 2 at the moment, getting barrel to kick things up.
Sliding in on his backhand, a lot of bump and wobble to negotiate. He comes out on that frothy section, reconfigures his footing on this wave, ends it on that closeout maneuver, but looking, I mean, if I can say it, slightly tender still, Filipe Toledo. He looks like he's dealing with a lot of back pain still. Checks in with his neck over there.
The equal 9th was an extremely close decision when he went down to John Florence. Up and riding out in front, going for the reverse is Hawaii's own Ezekiel Lau. Incomplete on that attempt.
Zeke up on his first wave there. Obviously, this is such a crucial event for Zeke's requalification.
Now Filipe getting barreled on his forehand, unable to sneak out the other end when it comes to just out of control aerial work, crazy power moves, and that sense of unpredictable factor. Right now, are you noticing a switch in maybe his strategy or that reckless abandon approach, since we know he's battling through some pain every single contest with that first call up, knowing how often these guys get hurt? He was kind of prepared and ready to put the jersey on. And then he just spiked to an incredible performance at Margaret River. Vasco being one of them. He's kind of been the next hope to join forces with Frederico Moraes. Moraes, as we know this year, is also a wild card, but looks like he'll be surfing his way into qualification if he keeps up some consistency. Little backhand connection for Ezekiel Lau. Fell on the forehand reverse, 0.93.
See Zeke on his second wave, goes for that floating maneuver, does well to negotiate through this refracting kind of whitewater section over here. On this inside is just so much water moving back and forth, so Zeke just that one turn combo.
And just needing to really get a completion on the board to move into the top 2. Right-hander setting up for Vasco Ribeiro. Big power whip there in the pocket.
Thrives under pressure, and he's in that situation again.
Now in front with some room to move. Punching out the fins in reverse is Toledo. 7-1-7 for a barrel, and now going fins free on that rotation.
Filipe had priority, goes for the air reverse, almost a full rotation, so good job from Filipe. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Filipe is that guy that's got time for everyone. I mean, he's in such a unique position.
And positions himself under the hood quickly on the right as Toledo's trying to extend his lead. 3-8-3 for the rotation. Feeling like they're right at home. During the break, though, we did get a wave here from Ezekiel Lau.
Yeah, Zeke starting with this right-hand option, gets that chunky inside section. Does he ride out of it? And then Vasco Ribeiro, the wild card, up and riding. 2 quick hits, also on his forehand. That's where you really see these guys get to work. And Vasco on his backhand, tight connection there with the lip. It looks like they're putting their names in the hat to get the heat started.
Thank you, Strider, for the report from down on the beach. And I think he mentioned scallops there. You always can tell what kind of mood Strider's in for lunch later on today. Watching a couple of big turns and the reverse from Filipe Toledo. Starting to freestyle a little bit. Bigger section for Vasco. Snap to slide. Tags the next section and a quick finish. That wave was moving quickly down the beach. Kept pace with it. Couple of power moves for Ribeiro, and Toledo in a good position to improve on his 3-8-3.
See Vasco
right there, blowtail controls it forward. Vasco gets out of there. His wave previous 3-4-7 didn't change his second place position. Right into the barrel now with live action where Filipe Toledo, one big drive, looked like he had it, but the lip line will take him down. As we check out the countdown, little opportunity there. Filipe Toledo likes the look of this thing. A lot of size, he's forced to kick out. It's just such a positive feeling seeing Toledo in this kind of form.
Starting strong, and he's really living up to our expectations of having an exciting world title race on our hands.
Zeke Lau needing to turn this heat with this wave. Big snap in the pocket. Uses the lip line well, but he'll lose the second maneuver. Just chasing a 3.73, but if he would have banked that second turn, it would have been a move to second without question.
Let's see what happened here. He goes for that tight transition in that pocket there, gets the free fall, comes down, milky section. He thought he had it and he just goes over the handlebars. So Zeke looking for that 3.73 would have had it on this wave if he had completed and ridden out of this maneuver.
We can see how shallow it is in there, especially right now as the tide has bottomed out. But he's shadowing him, and that was enough to turn priority. So Vasco went on this wave, a little hollow section, and actually had third priority, incomplete on that barrel ride. That'll allow Zeke to have 15 seconds. And the surfer from Oahu with the room, with priority to take on a final wave, but nothing coming his way. World number 2, Filipe Toledo, wins with a big 7.17 start in the barrel, keeping his title hopes alive. He'll move on into the round of 32.